Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Jehovah Chronicles with your host, Cosmon Cal.
Creator Gang is undefeated. Creator Gang is undefeated. Know that. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on Creator and no God we trust. Team Kemet got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemet looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemet now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now? Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Reggie right beside you, get ate by Kemetic crocodile. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicksons on your turf doing a disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert, but where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black, frontin' to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation meant it's a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts. Jabario Saze, you softer than Sade. Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution, you par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using, you are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing, how my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing, at your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion, mummy wrapped in ruin. OISP is ruling, science has been proven. All motion moving, you live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling, think you need some schooling. It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town, walking around like I see dead people around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, Stuttering Stanley, Stuttering
Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kim and they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Creator Gang is undefeated. Creator Gang is undefeated. And it's gonna remain that way. And it's gonna remain that way.
We fight as a single, impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength.
Creator Gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention.
Shoo! On that track, I'm set.
En dat track een bed het.
Shoo! On that track, I'm set.
Track ast.
Nuke
as.
as. Shoo!
Nuke am set. Track ast.
On that track, I'm set.
Nuke as.
Shoo!
En dat track een bed het.
Shoo!
Nuke shoe.
Yeah. Creator Gang Gang. FOPE dis. For our people's ignorance. Salute Malachi Maccabee, Cosmon Cal, Bronze Yogi, Yare Ya, Creator Gang Gang. Peace to the goddesses. We gonna set the record straight. I know these clowns named folk, man, they a fucking joke. Naphtali tried to explain the Ark of Noah's boat. Malachi Maccabee exposed the whole shit as a hoax. She had the nerve to say the earth is 6,000 years old. And tried to use Gobekli Tepe for the Ark of Noah. But what you ought to know, your sources got burned like an arsenal. So pack it up and throw them scripts in the trash. Your God gets stoned to death for prophecies not coming to pass. Like America's supposed to get hit with the nuclear blast. 24 years later, we look back at you niggas and laugh. I should pick rocks and stone you niggas myself. Throw you in a lake of fire, watch your skin start to melt. Shawshan be the first to get blamed. When I heard the shots, look, left his people and ran. Damn. K. Judah, you feel to be a shooter. You not a teacher, you a tutor, hiding behind computers. Naphtali, you not ready for Mali. He exposed to go for wood from the Ark, come out of Cali. Long Beach, Naphtali better run a retreat. Your champion looking bad on these YouTube streets. When I waving the white flag as a sign of defeat. Bow down like Jehu and kiss the boot on my feet, nigga. Your Messiah can't save shit. Where was the Messiah when we was chained to them slave ships? Praying to a God in return ain't say shit. The God of war got you niggas stuck in a slave pit. Talking about that's prophecy. More like propaganda from a false god democracy. FOP for our people's edification. You not edifying, but lying to the Israelite nation. Think you following God when you following Satan. Stiff-necked and stubborn like them goddamn Jamaicans. Come against Creator Gang, your doctrine's dying. When Mally cut Naphtali, she almost started crying. She ran to her husband and screamed, baby, I'm trying. That's what happens when you put a pussycat against a lion. Yeah, Creator Gang Gang is undefeated. FOP is washed up. Y'all put y'all goddess on the front line and she got her head blown off. Creator Gang Gang is undefeated. We out of here.
Road 1 production.
Hurricane 313.
Fuck a president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Agenda 2030, I don't think he heard me. Fuck the government, cause they tryna do us dirty. Waking up early, gotta grab the hammer. Have a fed hanging on the wall like a banner. Feel like Bruce Banner, turn it to the heart. Throw a dictator through a motherfucking car. Tell the prime minister, should've been the listener. True hunter, kill his ass like a killer one. Hit him up, got a bunch of bullets that'll fill him up. Tell the coroner, come and motherfucker pick him up. Spin a truck, we gon' ride out for another hit. Who to get? We gon' kill a motherfucking globalist. Solar fist, knock your head off the outer space. Not a case, you would disappear, yet without a trace. United States is a corporation that is out of place. Burn it all down, let's do it fucking right away. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution.
We the revolution.
Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution.
We the revolution. Hey.
Smart cities coming, gonna be the trap. Fuck electric cars, but the bitches getting hacked. Gotta grab the strap, I ain't getting chipped. Bustin' at the feds as I motherfucking dip. Hop up in the whip, they got to slip. To my hideout, gotta plan another trip. Flew out from Michigan, head up to Switzerland. Killing world leaders cause they take from the innocent. Dissident, fuck the government, knock them down fast. California fire, that's a motherfucking land grab. Panama Canal, that's another fucking land grab. Chrome lab, baby red, damn I think I'm gone mad. Don't laugh, see the light flash from the chrome blast. 44 mag, take your motherfucking dome fast. United States, it's the shit we gotta burn fast. Revolutionary, take your motherfucking world back. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. We the revolution, be the revolution.
Hurricane 313. Hurricane 313.
Yo, yo, yo,
North
yo,
Carolina,
yo. Right back like I left.
1955.
It's your hostess with the mostest. Holding that fire like a roach clip. Your naga, your nerve, fresh off of that curve. Jelly, jam, and preserve. Cosmon. Right back at it like I left something, y'all. What's going on, man? Thumb up the video as y'all come in. Wipe your feet. You dig what I'm talking about? Act like you got some home training. Shout out to the Browns, yo, man. Everybody coming in. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Might just let it cook just a little bit more. You dig what I'm talking about? We let it cook just a little bit more. And we'll get right into it. This is Jehovah Chronicles number 208. The Four Foods of Man. You dig what I'm talking about now? You're going to get every bit of distraction. You're going to get Diddy. You're going to get Trump. You're going to get the borders. You're going to get Native Americans, Africans, Latinos, mad at black folks or nigger folks or aboriginals for delineating their culture and stepping away. You dig what I'm saying? You're going to get all types of distraction except you working on you. Huh? So we going to get into the 4 types of food that should feed man. You dig what I'm talking about? The 4 foods of man. See, they always stuck in the low. You dig what I'm saying? They don't never come to the high. You know? They're always delving in the lower self. You know? But when the most important thing is, if we understand that you are what you eat, then what would be the most important part of your life? what you eat, and hence what you do. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the gang, man. All praises to the ever present, man. Huh? No matter what you call yourself or what religious ideology you may be following, in the end of the day, you are hoping that you are praising that one great spirit, that what you choose was the right thing. Well, how do you know? How do you know? It is through character, the nature, action, and deed of not only the man, but the God that shows what inspires what. If it's murder, death, kill, it is of the dark. If it is life, liberty, and justice, it is of the light. These are not hard things for man to, comprehend. You dig what I'm saying? So, shout out Kev Capone on the beat. Yeah, just a little ride music. You dig what I'm saying? Something to cook with. You dig what I'm saying? Get that vortex moving early in the morning. You dig what I'm talking about? Got that good West Coast skating vibe to it. You know what I mean? Let's get into it one second. Shout out Kev Capone. Let's go. Hey, I'm on Venice Beach skating. Hey. Shore Skate Land, Northland. Hey. All right, we gonna cook. We gonna cook. Let's just keep cooking. You dig what I'm talking about? This is Jehovah Chronicles. This is Jehovah Chronicles. Number 208. The Four Fools of Man. Hey. Hey. Just want to let y'all know I done figured out my AI glitch. Had to take it into my own hands, you dig what I'm saying, and voice the new documentary I'm coming out with. Hey. Called 10 Ways to Prove You're Not an Israelite. So that'll be coming up within the next week. Hopefully I get it out Saturday or Sunday. And we just keep rocking. You dig what I'm saying? As always, it's your hostess with the most, just holding that fire like a roach clip. Cosmon, right in this thing, y'all. Now we're gonna get into the lesson real quick. Shout out to the Seventh Era Faithists. Shout out to the Creator Gang. Shout out to the UFK and the RFK, all the Faithists all the way across the world. You dig what I'm saying? It's your big bro checking in. One of the four horsemen himself. You dig what I'm talking about? Cosmon. Right, we're gonna get into the four foods of man. Right? There are four things which everyone needs to feel, or everyone needs to feed in order to feel fulfilled. Their soul, their spirit, their mind, and their body. Let me read that again. There are four things which everyone needs to feed in order to feel fulfilled. Their soul, their spirit, and their mind, and their body. While each of those four things can get fed on their own, yet till all four are sated. So, a person cannot feel wholly fulfilled. The corporeal body. The corporeal body is fed through corporeal food, the best being that which also feeds the spirit and mind. 1 second, Joe. All right. The corporeal body. The corporeal body is fed through corporeal food. First of all, you know what? Before I start reading, let me make sure, hit me with a vortex in the chat, man. Let's get this energy moving anyway. You dig what I'm talking about? Hit me with a vortex in the chat if y'all can hear me. If I'm coming through clear, sound good. Yeah, Red Squid. And I might be a little bit above your pay grade. Just sit back and chill. I do a lot of things. You dig what I'm talking about? Notice I didn't say I wasn't an Israelite. I said the 10 ways you can tell you're not an Israelite. Here, I'll give you a free one. If you use a Bible, right? If you use any book to try to prove your heritage, lineage, culture, or ethnicity, you are not an Israelite. If you ever were in a kingdom, north or south or any kingdom whatsoever, if you ever followed a man, hence a king, Saul, David, Solomon, and saying, better yet, a man than the Creator, you're not an Israelite. Trust me, we're not talking about the same thing. Right? No. See, what y'all don't understand is there is salute my brother Hurricane, salute milestones in this thing, man. What we got to do is understand that in all things that many of our stories, heritage, histories have been usurped, taken. I'm saying the people of the biblical narrative are 100% opposite of what a true Israelite is, and we're going to go into that. But before we get there, we must live. You dig what I'm talking about? And the best way to do that is to feed this corporeal body, right? But it's how you feed it, and in connection with your mind, body, and soul, right? Those things must, the best thing to feed them is the thing that feeds all of them. So let's get into it real quick. The corporeal body. The corporeal body is fed through corporeal food. The best being that which also feeds the spirit and mind. Look at that. Didn't I just tell y'all that? I didn't read this yet, y'all. And so y'all seeing this as I'm seeing this. I didn't read this. This is new. Right? I've had this, but I didn't read it. Right? But look how they're saying what I'm saying. The best food is the food that feeds the spirit and mind. The mind, body, and the soul. This best food consists of, at a minimum, clean air, sunshine, clean water, and vegan or herbivorous food or fare. And at very best, as raw fruits, greens, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Y'all see this right here? Did y'all ever contemplate or look at air as food? Look up what a breatharian is. Anybody, you want to be amazed. There are people who, they say they haven't eaten in years. Actually physical food, and they live off air and water, right? They call themselves breatharians. Look that up. But this is a different type of concept. It says the best food consists of, at a minimum, clean air, sunshine, clean water, and herbivorous food or vegetables. Food, fruits, vegetables. And at the very best, as raw fruits, greens, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Corporeal food can be gotten directly, and as a rule involves, corporeal food can be gotten directly, and as a rule involves corporeal labor to access it. That's true. Yeah. Corporeal food can be gotten directly, and as a rule involves corporeal labor to access it. And that could be from planting the seed, harvesting it, shipping it, to stocking it on the shelf, to you having to get up off your couch and go get it yourself. Labor is involved all the way around to produce and access the food. And that would be the same as a man growing his own vegetables in his backyard. A little late, he's going to have to put in a little labor to get the food out. What you put in is what you get out. Let's go into the spirit. As well as the above, food for the spirit requires aspiration and proximity for access or immersion. In other words, the type of spirit food one receives or imparts depends on one's behavior. For like attracts like. So, for example, whether you go to a place of serenity and beauty or to a raucous rally, so your spirit is fed accordingly. Look at this type of food. You can feed your spirit by being in certain places. This makes sense. When you watch a boxing match, what you want to do? You want to box. Even if you can't hoop, watching a great hooper makes you want to, go out there, act like you crossing somebody up. Shoot the shot with y'all screaming, Kobe! You dig what I'm talking about? Curry! You screaming something. Because it's the inspiration. So not only what you feed your physical body, right? But the food you feed your spirit, right? By inspiration and by where and who you're around, but also by what you eat. So, for example, whether you go to a place of serenity and beauty or to a raucous rally, so your spirit is fed accordingly. See? For rich reason, as has been said since ancient days, the way to the Father's kingdom is to come out of ooze and be clean. The book of Judgment, 17:23, and the book of Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth, 4:23. I remember this one. Yeah. Come out of ooze and be clean. Let me see. Let me pull that up. I got that for you. This is O.I. Speed, Book of Judgment, what was just referenced in the prior clip. And it says in 17:23, I say to you, your God does not labor in such method. The cure is come out of ooze and be clean. Now, I should back this up to 21 and read this down, because this all. Now, this is God speaking. He says, I come as your elder brother in the name of Yahweh. I show you how you can live without governments of man. This is what a WASP's about. A step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track and not your wig pushed back. How to beat the capitalist system. How to beat white supremacy without busting a shot. We ain't worried about the government. You see, we don't even really, I'm really the only one in the gang that really bring out this stuff with the government. But why? Because we already know. It's something greater coming. And we the ones got to build it. We the only ones thinking about it. He say, I show you how you can live without the governments of man. It's about to tell itself in a minute. It's going to tell itself in a minute. You screaming all this holy of holies and Israelites and Algonquins and Indians, and you dig what I'm talking about? You've been screaming this shit. You've been screaming it. You've been screaming about, complaining about what's going on in the government and in society and what's been happening. You dig what I'm saying? Well, now the time is, and the question is, when you gonna get your own? But just like anything else, we got to be taught. All of us. Nobody is above this. Everybody got to know this. I come as your elder brother in the name of Yahweh, the Creator. I show you how you can live without the governments of man, and how you shall live in order to join in my resurrections. Let the faithfulness of this day, January 29th, 2025, the 176th year of the Cosmon era. Still, the year ain't even changed for us yet. Let the faithfulness of this day, of the Common era, of the Cosmon era, let the faithfulness of this day not say, I will purify the government. I'm going to clean this stuff. I'm going to do this. And, with this. And they going to give me this. We going to work it out. We're going to take my land. I will live in the whole mass. Don't let the faithfulness of the day say that. He gonna fix the government. Huh? We gonna even it out by adding in some of this good with all this evil. I say to you, your God does not labor in such method. Huh? I say to you, your God does not labor in such method. The cure is to come out of ooze and be clean. Ooze is the way of the world. It is destruction. Huh? It also says, what is this? Book of Jehovah, 4:23. Let me see if we put that up for you real quick. Book of Jehovah says, therefore, in repentance and shame, we have come out of ooze. We have come out of destruction. We have come out from among the cities and the world's people. Huh? We have come out from degradation, oppression, because we could not fulfill the commandments while dwelling in destruction. Behold, we have come away from there. It's gonna come a day. You mark my words. Huh? Let Cosmon tell you. Let one of the four horsemen tell you. It's gonna come a day you gonna realize. One day you gonna realize that good people are just gonna have to get away from bad people. Hopefully it's not too late. Before you realize that, before you realize that hopefully it's not too late. Why? Because we could not fulfill the commandments. What does 17:10 say? Oh, it's going back to the book of judgment. Because we cannot fulfill the commandments while dwelling with the world's people in ooze, in the cities. By dwelling in the lower mind of self. While stuck in corporeality. While selfish. In destruction, ooze. The opposite of life. We couldn't do what we needed to do while we was with the world's people, while we was in destruction and darkness. So behold, look, we came away from there. We got up out of there to begin a new life upon the earth. I don't see no crying in there. I see a whole lot of go-getting though. Let me go back up just a little bit. I'll read down a little more. So, for example, whether you go to a place of serenity and beauty or to a raucous rally, so your spirit is fed accordingly. For which reason, as has been said since ancient days, the way to the Father's kingdom is to come out of ooze and be clean. Right? I checked this mug down to here, checked their references. I said, I'm done. You dig what I'm saying? This is some good, fresh soul food right here that I wanted to share with y'all at the same time. You know what I mean? The same time that I was getting it, y'all getting it. You dig what I'm talking about? This is what they don't understand about scholars. Scholars aren't just teachers. No, they're students. And the best of scholars know how to teach other people and understand that they're the best students. The best students always turn out to be the best teachers. So the guy who understands he doesn't know it all, right? And to share revelations with people when you get them, and then to help them see it the way you see it a little bit, maybe share a little light into what they got going on, man. What else more is a God that didn't give people understanding, huh? And the knowledge to choose for themselves. Right? I checked their research on it. I said, oh yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Let's give this to the people. We done fed the corporeal body, fed the spirit. Right? Let's go. Recall that ooze in this context. See? Okay, now they're explaining it. Okay. See, recall that ooze in this context refers to the system and order of the world's people. Correct? Those who set themselves up in self-righteousness and militancy. The destroyers. Yet, while the Uzians destroy, what? The faithists build. What? The Creator Gang builds. What? The RFK builds. Who? The UFK builds, huh? Creator Gang Productions builds, huh? Creator Gang Incorporated builds towards the fullness of the Yahweh's kingdom upon earth, huh? That's from the prologue of Oahspe 1:19-21. It says the spirit, huh? You see it? The faithist, the Israelite, the faithist, the Algonquin, the faithist, the Hotien, huh? The faithist, the Vedic, huh? The faithist, the Confucian, The faithist, the praiser of the Great Spirit. Who's the greatest praiser of the Great Spirit known to man? The Aboriginal American, the Indian. Everybody know that the Indian call who he praises the Great Spirit, whether it's Wakan, Tonka, Geechee, Manito, whatever it is that you're calling it, they know that that is an expression of the Great Spirit. And that's a built-in habit of the Aboriginal of America. He praises the Great Spirit, not a God. He's turned off from religion, but he knows that there's something greater than him. Huh? That's a sign of what an American, the true American, the Aboriginal, the Indian, the American Indian does, right? And whether you like it or not, the Mongoloidal people who came over here later, true indeed, they was here a few hundred years before the European got here. Mind you, that we still let them in. You still took them in as brothers, looked at them as brothers, and you know what happened. They turned on them later on in time. But remember, they had that pretty brown skin you got. And regardless to whatever, you did what I'm saying, you let them in. And either way, they praisers of the Great Spirit. Never changed. So if it is that even the so-called natives, you did what I'm talking about, who we know are not Aboriginal to America, right, still praise the Great Spirit, how is it that you don't as Aboriginal Americans today? That's a question, right? That I'm going to have to delve into more, because it's not the people's fault. You know, you got false religions, false gods, indoctrination. You dig what I'm talking about? Forced ideology, forced religion. You dig what I'm talking about? genocide, paper genocide, reclassification. It's not the people's fault that they don't know, right? In many instances, it's hard to, always culturally keep up on everything, right? But one thing we always kept up on, and if you notice, we've been speaking this tongue a long time. We've been speaking this tongue a long, long, long time. This quote unquote English, right? But we gonna keep feeding ourselves. What we feeding ourselves, right? Because this is not just a pigeonhole little idea of a little bitty god from America, from a little sect in America, Cosmonian. No. This is the guy who makes God. The God maker, the world maker, the thing that's everywhere. The him and the her, the up and the down, the negative and the positive. That thing. We rock with that. Not no guy sitting in the spirit, in a heaven, sitting on a throne, musty, fighting, wanting to smell some barbecue as a sweet savior. Mind you, those barbecued sweet saviors are little babies, bullocks, goats, rams, gutted and defatted and burned as the blood is poured up on the outside of the altar. Stop. Ain't nothing light about that. The spirit is fed through atmospheric food, through what you would call smell, through taste, right? What remembers taste? It ain't your body. It's not the physical body. The thing that learns is the spirit, is the you, the soul. You are a little vast, infinitesimally small and yet vast part of that all soul. And to prove it has a personage, it made you a person. And then dig this. It's only one of you. There was never going to be another you. Don't matter how many kids you have, they are never going to be exactly what you are. In hopes they're only better, right? But yet, you are the only you. Proving that you dig what I'm saying, to that personage, and so many of them must come from a source. So if you are a person, there must be a all person. Unseen, all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent, beyond all. And the only reason things can happen is because he there. Not allowing it, doing it. Not just allowing it, but yes, also doing it. That is the whole purpose of being the creator. You can't stop. And then this how bad you is though. Because if you claiming to be the creator, you also got to be the destroyer. But guess what? That proves that creation and destruction are happening at the same time. Micro to macro. Shout out to my brother Daryl Cosmon. Micro to macro, right? You could take a piece of paper and destroy its structure. and yet build a whole new thing out of the paper, let's say a paper airplane. But to build the paper, you had to destroy the structure. Proving that even in the smallest parts of creation, as in a paper, so is to the vastness of the galaxy and the universe. So the part of you that can't be seen is fed by the part of food that can't be seen, like taste and smell. Make sense? Hit me with a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Right? The part of the human that can't be seen, the spirit, is fed by the food, by the part of the food that can't be seen. The part of the human that can't be seen is fed by the part of the food that can't be seen. Like taste, flavor, smell. Hit me with a 1 if that makes sense. The atmosphere of a place and its people, or vas life. You know what we call this today? A vibe. You ever went into some place and you got a feeling so nasty it made you get up out of there, and 20 minutes later, you ever had that feeling, or you ever had a feeling, or listen, I don't know about y'all, but I used to funk in my younger days. And I done walked into house parties and stuff and couldn't see people. I felt the enemy was there before I could even see him. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie that this happens, but we just don't never pay attention to it. That vibe. You dig what I'm talking about? You ever been with your homie and a song come on, and y'all know y'all was on some crazy stuff back then, but it take both of y'all right back there to hear this song. That's the Vas Light too. This is the vibe. Like Selah said, it's a vibes. You dig what I'm talking about? This is what they talking about. This is what you feed in your spirit. Right? So that means kind of be in cool places. You dig what I'm talking about? With cool people. Surround yourself with people who love you and love on them back. Let's get him there. He say the spirit, the unseen part of man, is fed through the atmospherian food, the part of the food. So the part of man you can't see is fed by the part of the food that you can't see. Can't see taste, but you know it's in that apple. Science calls them terpenes. Right? You smell that blueberry, but you can't see the smell, but it sure smells sweet. That's part of the food too. What that feed? The atmosphere of a place and its people, its boss life, and attaining of mastery, how to catch that vibe. That is in a way a beginning to what we commonly understand today as prophecy. There's a way to catch that vibe and read and write it and tell what's going on. This is the same thing misunderstood in animals called instinct. Hmm? Let's get down to feeding the mind. 4 foods of man. Huh? We done fed the body. We done fed the spirit. Now it's time to feed the mind. Hmm? The mind for food. Food for the mind depends closely and profoundly upon the spirit and body of a person. For higher thought cannot much penetrate a debauched spirit. For higher thought cannot much penetrate a debauched spirit. Let that sink in for a second. Nor be perceived through an unclean body, especially one built upon the substance of other animals. Their flesh, their products such as dairy, eggs, honey. Whereas in contrast, if your spirit is high aspiring and your own flesh is clean, outer and inner, then the higher thoughts and other higher aspects of the mind can the more easily penetrate and be perceived without clouds or other distractions getting in the way. So they saying basically it's easier. Let's say you got a cup. Let's say we are cups, right? And what they're saying is if you're putting dirt in your water, right, and mixing that in your water, it's harder to see outside of your or properly see clear because you're in a sense unclean on the inside. Huh? What they're saying is if you can strain that food, that meat product out, especially. Now, see, this is where, let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all this. Cause I don't see, I'm not a yes man. Ain't nobody in the gang a yes man. We don't, bro, we sit and scrap and fight. We not lay downs. You can't just tell us something and we go for that. Now, let me show y'all this. Cause it was something I didn't really speak on, but I didn't necessarily agree with because, hold on. Let me show you this word right here. Hold on, let me go back up. Hold on, where is that? Whoa. Here it go. This word right here. You see this? Now, logically, okay. The best step, pass a herbivorous life, I guess, would, not take in no dairy, don't eat no cheese, don't eat honey. I get it. Nigga, but you made that up. This word ain't even in OWASP. Ain't no vegan in OWASP. So soon as you see this, man then added his own little twist and twangle on that thing right there. You see that? Hit me with a 2 in the chat if y'all see that word. That thing ain't even in OWASP. They've been pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. You dig what I'm talking about? And OWASP don't say vegan. It say herbivorous. You dig what I'm talking about? And then you that mean don't eat no meat. Cause if you're gonna be a true vegan, well then you can't wear your leather shoes. Can't sit on your leather seats in your house or your car. can't wear a belt, can't have a wallet. No, right here, as soon as you see this word, we ain't no punks over here. We not yes men. Not gonna be, never gonna be. Jaja ain't make me that way. And he made me a fighter. No, somebody then added their own idea in it. Soon as you see vegan, the word ain't even in OWASP. Facts. Now, you dig what I'm saying? If it's your personal ideal to, nigga, I'm not about to stop eating ice cream. I ain't there yet. And I ain't to the point to where you could slap me and I just turn the other cheek. I've taken blows over my life, but ain't no man about to slap me and that be that. I ain't there yet neither. Huh? This is why we are gods and goddesses in training. You do better every day. Right? This is what they missing out on. Don't ever fall for nothing. And understand that this word ain't even in the O. So who put that there? A nigga. You dig what I'm talking about? None the less of faith is. You dig what I'm talking about? But this a man. Because this what a waspy say. Herbivorous. Fruits, veggies. Yeah, we not against none of this. Raw neither. Didn't we just do a month of we just did a raw fast. Yeah? We're not against none of it. But that's all in this. And see, when you start going vegan, you start getting sick, losing weight. Nobody never complete it. You dig what I'm talking about? Because that ain't what Jaja told you to do. You think you got a better idea. That's what it is. And you don't. Remember, he brought you to here eating meat. Huh? Where you about to go once you clean all that dirt out your water? Once you filter all the dirt out your water, you'll be able to see outside clearly, right? Because the water clear. Same thing with a man. Right? Now, see, we just not about to just, you dig what I'm talking about, let nobody tell us nothing. This they idea for themselves. You choose. And guess what? Every time you right. Because guess what? You already must know there's a consequence or benefit, right, to every choice you make. You over here with the gang, you know that. Let's go back a little bit. Let's get into the mind. For the mind depends closely and profoundly upon the spirit and body of a person. For higher thought cannot much penetrate a debauched spirit, nor be perceived through an unclean body, especially one built upon the substances of other animals, their flesh, true, their products, such as dairy, true, eggs, honey, I don't believe so. This is just Cosmo. I don't believe so. I think this is au natural. I think that's herbivorous. You dig what I'm talking about? See, the thing is, you can not only eat your veggies, huh? You can not only drink your veggies, But you can smoke your veggies. Hey, light that splipper ting up right now. You dig what I'm talking about? Go on, light that splipper ting. Get that thing together for the early morning vibe. You dig what I'm saying? Hey. And rocking with the herbs, you dig what I'm talking about? Is part of my daily vegetarian diet. Huh? It's that sweet savor. It's that sweet savor. No, just keep it in 100. But we just, we not no ducks over here, bro. You're not gonna push nothing. Soon as I get a vibe of, wait a minute. I see they adding stuff. You dig what I'm talking about? Somebody got to keep it 100. Now, you ain't nothing wrong with choosing vegan. But what I do know about vegans is they always get sick. They don't never complete it. They don't be vegan long. That was the best thing I ever did. Not trick myself into believing I was just going to go cold turkey on meat. For a year, I went a pescatarian. After that, I just didn't want to eat it. It is what it is. You got to live to your highest life. Right? See, the thing ain't about pointing the finger. The thing is about reaching your hand out. Right? Look, whereas in contrast, if your spirit is high aspiring and your own flesh is clean, outer and inner, then the higher thoughts and other higher aspects of the mind can the more easily penetrate and be perceived without clouds or other distractions getting in the way. It's true. 2, perceiving the very highest to perceiving the very highest requires a peaceful, calm atmosphere. For the higher vast light is delicate and easily destroyed. That is, the delicate forms can be annihilated as the higher vast light becomes obscured or inundated by coarser vibrations. For which reason, if a person were as well to attain to the talent of eth, right, or being able to read the ethers, prophecy, like I explained, what we call instinct. So, for which reason, if a person were as well to attain to the talent of eth, then the crystalline light could manifest through being adamantine. Think of a diamond, brilliant yet difficult to penetrate. The mind is fed through fresh ideas, thoughts, visions, concepts, discovery, and that which is seen or perceived. Oh, my bad. It was cooking a little bit right there. And that the mind is fed through fresh ideas, thoughts, visions, concepts, discovery, and that which is seen or perceived, and is especially fed by Shem light or crystalline light and ether. The paradox is that food for the mind is the easiest to get and the hardest to get. It is easiest since simply by living, a person is constantly in contact with and at times impregnated with changes in sounds, colors, touches, emotions, forms, tastes, smells, etc. Because of any and all incoming vortexia, from the subtlest to the coarsest, will strike your person and thus cause a reaction, whether detected or not. Facts. See, for instance, a simple way to explain this, right, in a way, is let's say you in the hood and a gun go off. You didn't see the light, but you heard the sound, right? But by the impression of the sound, you could tell where it came from, how long ago it was shot. You dig what I'm talking about? The direction the sound comes from. You dig what I'm saying? And what it's also saying, or Owaspi also teaches, you can fine tune yourself that by the sound, you can tell what elements was used to create it, and not only what elements was used to create the sound, what elements was combined to make the light produced after the explosion. Hence, let's say when a gun is fired, the bullet is compacted and a small explosion is made in the back of the charge, right? You can tell. Creator says you can fine tune yourself to be able to tell what type of grain would have been packed in there, and you do the mix of it by the sound, not even seeing the light, and then tell you what color the light was. Man is like I like to think of it like a tuning fork. You dig what I'm talking about? And that there is like a overtone. You dig what I'm saying? That you're always trying to tune into. And the higher and higher you go, the more you're tuning to it. I think that is a good analogy of how man interacts with his creator. Like a tuning fork. You're always trying to catch the vibe. You dig what I'm talking about? And even what it's explaining is, even though you may not see it, there's ways, because of how corpore is, or how physicality all is, creation is. You dig what I'm talking about? For you to gain information from an experience, or hear a gunshot that you didn't see, right? Because any and all incoming vortexia, sound, noise, taste, flavor, sight, color, from the subtlest to the coarsest, will strike your person, your ear. Your spiritual ear. It didn't actually hit your physical ear on the side of your head. So, like, being able to detect the gun sound from a certain direction is a physical way of proving this, right? That happens. Obviously, they didn't put the sound right next to your ear and hit you in the ear with the gun. So, you dig what I'm saying? They may have been 2 blocks away, and you dig what I'm saying? You didn't see it. But because all incoming vortexia, even the subtlest to the coarsest, will strike a person and thus cause a reaction of some kind. This is how you can hear it, even though you didn't see it. You're just using a different part of your corporeal body, your ear versus your eye, to perceive vortex. Creator is nuts, bro. I know. Because any and all incoming vortexia, from the subtlest to the coarsest, will strike your person and thus cause a reaction, whether detected or not. See to the Book of Inspiration. What's that? 34? Yeah. Food for the mind can also be the hardest to get. And that is chiefly because either a person is too unripe. You don't say you evil. You ain't ripe yet, or coarse-grained in his mind, body, and or spirit, or else his immediate environment is too coarse. For these reasons, a mathematician, for example, cannot perceive a certain mathematical relationship, or it may take 25 years to grasp it. In the same way, many faithists aspire to read the books in heaven, but as yet are too undeveloped in their constitutional growth to attain that labor. Yeah. Libraries of heaven, y'all better get hip. Right? Let me tell y'all a little secret too. Let me spoil it. These libraries in heaven are talked about by many people. You dig what I'm talking about? Who claim to be groovy gurus and savants and spiritual advisors with great spiritual ancestors who attain to their very whim. Right? And they all talk about the great Akashic record. These are your libraries in heaven, right? But let me tell you something. The proof is that they don't know what they're talking about, or at least they haven't been there, is the fact that they call it Akashic. If you're talking about the Akashic record, that means you haven't been there. Because it's not called that. That's proof that you just talking. Soon as you see anything say Akashic, I just bypass it. I don't even look at it no more. Because I know it's some BS. Somebody trying to tell you, listen, bro. They done told you they were tapped in. They Atlanteans. They done told you every Anunnaki. You these great Fomori, you all these people. This is a great, let y'all in on something. Somebody talk about Akashic anything, that's proof they ain't been there. They don't really know what they talking about. They don't even know what they talking about. These are your so-called libraries of books in heaven. But they're not kept in an Akashic record. No. That means you guessing. You done learned that from somebody. Because the name of this it's a building. This library in heaven. And there's probably billions of them. What I'm trying to tell you is, it's got his name right on the front of the building, just like any other building got his name right on front of the building. And guess what? It ain't. It ain't Akash. So that be letting me know right there, right off top, it's like a dog whistle to some BS. So I just, I don't even really be trying to hear what they saying after that, because I know you capping. Right? Or you got it wrong somewhere. I'd rather listen to some papers. Try to push me towards veganism. Because in the end of the day, we know what y'all got. We know what y'all got covered. You know, you got sorcerers and dogs, male prostitutes, murderers. Outside your heaven. You dig what I'm talking about? Day I die, I'm second resurrection. I'm not even gonna touch the earth. Shout to the Creator gang, man. You can't even do it by yourself. It don't matter if you believe what's going on. At least know what's going on. Whether you believe it or not is all up to you. You dig what I'm talking about? Well, let's get to the food to feed, man. This Jehovah Chronicles. This your boy Cosmon, man. Y'all cooking, man. Y'all getting a little something up out of this. Y'all think your boy seasoning that food real good. You dig what I'm talking about? Hit me with that tray. Hit me with that tray in the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? Hit me with that 3. Huh? He says Shout out Kev Capone. Y'all hear that slap in the background? You dig what I'm talking about? That's the homie. Kev Capone, he say, stop digging for water under the outhouse. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out everybody for coming through, man. Love, light, balance. You dig what I'm talking about? If y'all getting something up out of this, hit me with a 3 in the chat. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, right, correct. Correct, Kev. Honey has other uses. Don't just eat it. That's right. You dig what I'm saying? That's right. Y'all getting something up out of it, hit your boy with a 3 in the chat. We cooking. Let's go. The 4th food to feed man. Right? So, food for the soul is somewhat different from all the others because you cannot so directly access the food. It is not food on demand. Interesting. Let me read that again. Food for the soul is somewhat different from all others because you cannot so directly access the food. It is not food on demand. Instead, food for the soul comes to you depending entirely upon your actions towards others. And the purity of your motivation, as well as your consistency, wholesomeness, and degree of virtue of your attempts. Now, when y'all hear something evil about a OWASP, go ahead, hit me with a timestamp. Tell me when you heard something evil. This is what's actually being taught in OWASP, but it's tearing off the band-aid of ancient history, right? On damn near all things. You dig what I'm saying? But look how I was telling you to do it. Instead, food for your soul comes to you depending entirely upon your what? Your actions towards others. And the what? The purity of your motivations. You're evil, Cosmon. As well as your consistency and wholesomeness. You're a barbarian, Cosmon, to dare that I have some consistency. Tell me when I give you something evil. It don't matter what religion you believe in, or if you don't believe in nothing. Nobody can deny, right, that you should have you actions that are pure, and that your motivation should be pure, as well as your consistency, wholesomeness, and degree of virtue of your attempts when you're helping people. You can't deny that those are facts. This ain't got nothing to do with feelings. This ain't got nothing to do with feelings. You know that's right. This ain't nothing you got to get up out of a book. Somebody got to tell you. No. When you hear it, you know it's right. Why? Because it's already written on the book of your soul. That's why when something sit right in the stomach, you can move off of it. But when you don't, you push that to the side like, Stop me when you hear something evil. Huh? You ain't heard about a chopped off baby head, a goat sacrifice, human sacrifice. You ain't got to kill your son. Your son ain't got to offer himself to himself. And then accept a little girl being offered up on the altar by her daddy. Remember, you got to cut her apart, cut her head off, to separate the fat off the inside of your baby's skin, and then set it afire so your God can sniff it. Remember, the spirit eats the unseen part of food. So, is the biblical God a cannibal? The unseen part of man, the spirit, eats the unseen part of the food, the smell, the taste. This is why it's a sweet savor to him, because he's eating it. Huh? Why do you think they lighted a fire? Huh? We got to get up out of this, y'all. This is crazy. No, cuz. You know. You dig what I'm talking about? And no, we not walking around no battlefield collecting men's foreskins. David. Straight. In other words, the summation of your person and such unity as you have built defines how readily you receive and can perceive soul inspiration. Let me read it again. In other words, the summation of your person and such unity as you have built defines how readily you receive and can perceive soul inspiration. Huh? So how you build yourself up, huh? A lot to your spirit rate is your comprehension. The more you build yourself up, farther you can see. The more you clean that dirt out the water, it's easier to look out. You are what you make yourself. It makes sense. Check this out. OSP. All things right upon the soul. Right? Let's check that out. 34, 2 and 3. Let's check that out. Hold on. Let me get to it real quick. Okay. Book of Inspiration. Let me see what that is. Book of Inspiration 2 and 3. 1 second. Check out what it say. Back up a little bit. This is the Book of Inspiration, right? It say what it's quoting right here. All things right upon the soul, right? He's getting that from Book of Inspiration, chapter 2 and 3. Let's go check it out. Right, this 2 and 3 down here. But let's back up to 1. It says, you are made of inspiration, says the Creator, Yahweh. I made you a corporeal body and I wrote upon it. Huh? This is how nobody ever had to teach you to kill your mama is a bad thing. Nobody had to teach you punching babies was an evil thing, right? Because these are some of the things that the Creator already had writ up on your soul. He made you good. from the get-go. He said, I made you a corporeal body, a physical body, and I wrote upon it, and you are the result. And I made you susceptible. So all things external to yourself could write upon you. This is what you call what? The sum of these is your knowledge. But watch be out of control. Hit me with a foe. You ain't never seen that nowhere else. Tell me you seen that somewhere else and show me. I've never seen anything like this, y'all. I've read some of, listen, ain't too much your brother ain't been into. I ain't scared of nothing. I go read it. I've never in my life seen nothing like this, y'all. On the spiritual side, think about it. He said, you are made of inspiration, says the Creator. I made you a physical corporeal body, and I wrote upon it, and you are the result. And I made you susceptible to all things external. Everything in your environment writes upon you, right? I made you susceptible so all things external to yourself could write upon you. This is how I know it's nurture over nature. You dig what I'm talking about? You could take a baby from the biggest crackheads and raise it in the suburbs, and it don't never know. It'll be a good kid. Right? Raise that baby from the suburbs with crackheads, it's going to be vice versa. This is how I know this is correct, because depending on where you at and where you from, it shapes your attitude and how you react in your environment. The sum of all that is your knowledge. That's dope. I've never, ever heard of God put it that way. I've never heard anything like this. This is why I share this stuff. And if you, I don't know it all. Right? So if y'all say y'all got something like this, that shares something like this, share it with me. Because this stuff be stuff I know, but I never heard it before. You ever know something but didn't know how you knew it? Hinting towards what Owaspi is saying is correct, because he said, I wrote up on you. You wrote up on me before I was alive, nigga? You cold. Okay, you had to do that before I came out the womb. We know only the Creator can do that. God can't even do that. All things write upon the soul, and whether or not the mind of man perceives it, the record is indelible. In any event, that which comes to the soul of man becomes, in a sense, his soul food. Hold on. Hit me with some vortexes in the chat. That was just heavy. That's heavy food right there. That's some good soul cooking right there. I don't care where that come from. All things write upon the soul, and whether or not the mind of man perceives it, the record is indelible. It is there, right? Not only that, it affects. You dig what I'm talking about? Certain things, right? And the proof of it is that it can't be stopped. In any event, that which comes to the soul of man becomes, in a sense, his soul food. More precisely, the writing acts somewhat as a filter through which the soul food comes to the soul. Think of a light going through a lens covered with various markings, writings, so that some are opaque, others translucent, others nearly transparent, etc. Accordingly, the quality of the soul food will depend on the quality of the soul. Or rather upon its degree of cleanliness. The soul is fed by soul substance, and especially by the ruach or soul realm light. 19:1-9. Hold on, I got to check this out. Hold on, where is that? That's the Lord's field. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right, quick fast. Okay, 1-9. All right. Check this out. This is the Lord's field. It says, let's go back to 8. Eolim, the Great Spirit, said, 3 lights I have created, the sun to rule the day, the moon to rule the night, and the burning fire for the use of man. 3 spirit lights I created, Ruach, which issues out of my soul, Shem, Ruach, which issues out of my soul, Shem, right? Which comes from my lords in heaven to the souls of men, and Vas, which comes from the spirits of the intermediate world. Eolim said, I am in 3 states: Ghost, which is ever present, or spirit, unchangeable; Corpor, which is in places like earth, like the earth, stars, sun, moon; and motion, which is everlasting unrest. Such am I, Eolim, mightiest in 3, in all place, in all time. So the soul is fed by soul substance, and especially by the ruach, or the soul light realm within that soul substance. And most important of all, the soul is fed by the voice of the Creator speaking to your soul. Direct inspiration. What does it say? Hold on. Direct inspiration. The essential. Whoa. Direct inspiration. The essential and highest food. Dig this. See what he's talking about. Although Creator speaks to everyone, those who are meat eaters tend to be in so much darkness, coarseness, unrightness, that they cannot much perceive his voice. And when they do, they consider it to be nothing more than a feeling or a tinge of conscience. And it is all too often perceived as afar off or separate from themselves. Huh? Man, be real with yourself. You can attest that to yourself. Your conscience ever kicked in before? Huh? Right? If you ever been did something and your conscience kicked in on you, hit me with a 4. You was about to do something and your conscience kicked in, hit me with a 4. That's proof that what they're saying is real. You know what I mean? This is an objective thing. We ain't looking for those spookies. We ain't about to just believe nobody. Huh? But they consider it to be nothing more than a feeling or a tinge of conscience. And it is all too often perceived as a far off or separate from themselves. Huh? Others, even more unripe, might perceive his voice only vaguely, if at all, or because of the nature of that written on their soul, the light gets discolored, darkened, twisted, and a person might feel it as a gut feeling. You ever had a gut feeling? Or otherwise turn it toward or put it to use for the benefit of and purposes of the beast within him or her. Ooh wee. Hold on. What? Wait a minute. Let me read that again. Hold on, let me read that again. Others, even more unripe, might perceive his voice only vaguely, if at all, or because of the nature of that written on their soul, the light gets discolored, darkened and twisted, and the person might feel it as a gut feeling. You ever had a gut feeling before? Ooh wee. If you done had a gut feeling before, hit me with a 5 in the chat. If you ever had a gut feeling like, ooh, that's something to, and then dig this. If you ever went against that gut feeling and it tore your ass up, you sure got the bad end of the stick once you went against that gut feeling. Hit me with a 6 in the chat. If you didn't got a gut feeling before, hit me with a 5. And if you went against that gut feeling and you got messed up in the end, hit me with a 6. So I should be seeing some 5, 6 coming in here if y'all can keep it real with yourself. I wish there was some fakeness in here tonight. You dig what I'm talking about? Somebody that was going to keep it real first. Somebody that was going to keep it real first. Have you ever had a gut feeling? And if you ever went against that gut, hit me with a 5. And if you ever went against that gut feeling and it was to your detriment, not to your good, huh? Hit me with a 6. Huh? I'll look in the chat in a minute. Huh? The light gets discolored, darkened, and twisted, and the person might feel it as a gut feeling, or otherwise turn it towards the benefit of and purpose of the beast or the lower self within him or her. This is also yourself. This is also your Shaitan. The beast within self. Huh? Shaitan means self. This is why they call him the adversary in Hebrew. This is why Shaitan means adversary. Because think about it. Who is your greatest enemy? It's you. Who holds you back the most? You. Mm-hmm. Now, on the other end are the faithists, right? The gang. You dig what I'm talking about? Peace to the righteous gods and the Nirvanian goddesses. Somebody got to do it. You bring them, we raise them. I know I ain't everybody flavor, but you know what they know about Cosmon? I don't be lying. I don't try to push nothing on nobody. First thing I tell you to do is what? Before you wake up, keep it 100. Be real first. That's what it means to be a faithist, a realist, an objective spiritualist is a faithist. On the other end are the faithists. Others in between, desiring to ascend up from unsuitability of the beastly system and order, are directed by God to follow their highest light. But the faithists of Yahweh not only continually strive to fulfill their highest light, but also make covenants to the Creator to rise beyond the dominion of the beast and to banging on that beast daily. We banging on that beast daily. You ain't know that the beast was in you. You the one you fight. Because you got to save you in the end of the day. And that's the work that they don't want to do. They don't want to do that dark work on themselves. But you should also make covenants to the Creator to rise beyond the dominion of the beast, your lower self, and to obey his commandments and commands, right? And they may fall, whether often or rarely, they pick themselves up, recovenant to the Creator, then again go forth, upward and on. That's what it means to be a faith. Not that we not gonna fail, we is. We pick ourselves up, dump ourselves off, keep moving. What did it say? They pick themselves up. They recovenant with the Creator. Then again go forth onward and upward. But look, some people fall because they ain't got this. They ain't got that. They ain't got that in them. They don't never get up. Remember the story about the men that fell in the well, praying to God so much that they never looked up when the people was dropping a rope down to them? Right? You can be so spiritually attuned that you are no earthly damn good. But a faithist picks himself up, recovenants with the Creator, and then again goes forth upward and onward. They know that by laboring for him, for it, for her, for all, they help further his kingdom to come in its fullness upon the red star, the earth. May we all join in the light of his expression as he brings about a better social order upon and for the people of this planet. We in the Republic. What's past the Republic? It's only two things past the Republic. That's one government, and then there's no government. Just be prepared. So that from the abundance that is natural order of things enhanced under the labor and wise stewardship of enlightened Cosmon man, all may have sufficient food for each body, soul, spirit, and mind, as well as for all man collectively. Yeah. That's basically the Jehovah Chronicles number 208. The 4 kinds of food of man, the 4 foods of man. Huh? You got spirit, you got food for the body. Huh? You got food for the body, food for the soul, food for the spirit, food for the mind. Huh? Be mindful. You dig what I'm talking about? This is why I don't never downgrade nobody for, pulling away from the YouTube at certain times. You dig it, stuff like that, man. You got to get yourself together. You dig what I'm saying? And being, immersed in a society where it's always something. You dig what I'm talking about? Where it's always something. You dig what I'm saying? It can be draining, to say the least. You dig what I'm saying? To say the least. It could be very draining. So, in the end of the day, you gonna have to say you. Right? Nobody gonna do it for you but you. You dig what I'm saying?
We fight as a single, impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength.
You dig what I'm saying? As always. You dig what I'm talking about? As always. I'm gonna just cut it short right here, lead the lesson. You dig what I'm talking about? Something good we can feast upon, eat upon. You dig what I'm saying? Good for that morning chew. You dig what I'm saying? You get that good morning chew in. You dig what I'm saying? Some of this herbivorous diet. Right? Mind yourself what you feed your body, your mind, your spirit, and your soul. That's why I thought this would be a good lesson today, man. Shout out for everybody for coming through. Share the live. You dig what I'm talking about? And as always, I just need y'all to do something for me. Need y'all to breathe in. Let that light in. Because I'm Cosmon, and I'm out.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh, just that Japheth, that Chow Mein, that Papa Bull, that Tao Mein, since sunset in the arc of Wayne, my brain moving like Tao Sang, so as above, it's so below, that up and that down thing, this flow is atmospherian, I call that a ground game, see water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning, so how your God make a sun without vortexing current, see the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people, oh watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ethers, and when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing Puerto. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sela. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. And the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm an Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you